Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of January 22nd through 28th. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Now, we're going to take a look into your general energies for the week. It's very important that you remain open and receptive to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. I can read the energy that comes through, but I can't always make sense of every detail. Very often, that final step is up to you. So we've got a Princess of Swords here. Let's take a look into that energy. Let's see what that's all about for this week. We're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread. Interesting cards here so far. We're going to include a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I think today we should use the Ancient Italian tarot deck for our mystery card. Now this is pre-shuffled, but we're going to take a card randomly from the middle. We're going to leave that right there. We're not going to look at it until the very end of the reading, and hopefully that will tie the reading together and give us the confirmation that we're looking for. Okay, so for Leo, we have some major, some fire, fire, water, major, water, water, air, earth. It's a pretty decent balance. Not a lot of major arcana cards. It feels to me like there is mostly, these are just kind of some decisions that you're going to have to make, primarily related to who this air sign person is. We see, actually we'll go ahead and do both of these. We see two of these cards, two of the court cards and the suit of swords, right? So I think there's a specific air sign person in your life that is very important to things for some reason this week, okay? This feels to me like it's probably a close friend. It could be a business associate in some way, but I feel like it's someone closer to you, someone a little bit more personal than a business associate or a coworker. I feel like you are in need of a little bit of alone time, honestly, right? We've got this Hermit card that's crossing these two, and these two air cards were in the position of pretty much the present and the future, right? So it feels to me like this person might be getting on your nerves a little bit. They might be a little bit too persistent, but through this Hermit energy, through you kind of withdrawing and having your alone time, right? Having your little rest and break, and you know, that at least that moment for introspection and meditation. They're going to kind of get the picture, and they're going to give you a little bit of space, right? So this is the Prince of Swords. So they're going to kind of mature up one level, so to speak. And I think that they're going to give you the space that you need, and they are going to maybe through this situation they're going to take on more responsibility for themselves. If this is maybe a business kind of thing or even a close friend, I feel like they're going into this a little bit selfishly, a little bit concerned about their needs, but by the end of it they're going to be offering their services to you, right? They're going to be offering you help. They're going to see what they can do for you, because I think there's a deep connection here with this air sign person. I don't know. I have kind of some conflicting energy if this is a work thing, if this is a personal thing, maybe it's a significant other. But with this Hermit energy, I feel like you really need to take some time for yourself. Okay, this is about withdrawing inward. This is about really going hermit mode for a little while, maybe for the whole week. And tapping into your center, getting grounded, centered, focused, finding your inner light, finding your kind of guiding spirit again. Okay, and the reason why you need this, I think, is related to this Five of Cups. There's been some event recently that kind of threw you off center, threw you off your game a little bit. And this could be anything. It could be an argument with this person. It could be some kind of upset at work. It could be some business plans that didn't quite go through. Literally anything, but it's got your emotions going a little bit. It's got you a little bit upset. And I think you need to take this this week, or at least the next few days, couple of days, to recenter, recharge, reground. Okay? I think that's primarily the focus of this week is taking a little bit of time, because whatever this was, I don't feel like this was a really major event, but it just kind of threw you off a little bit. It just got you into a little bit of this kind of bad mood, right? Five of Cups, you're showing some motion in your emotions, right? And I think that there is just this, you don't want to sink too far into this, and you don't want to let this affect your relationships, right? So you're kind of just asking for a little bit of a break. You're needing this time to just be alone, just to center yourself, because you don't want this disappointment to permeate the rest of your life, right? The rest of your relationships, maybe the relationship in particular with this air sign person. So you're asking for a little bit of space so that it doesn't seep into those relationships, right? And I think the best way that you deal with something like this was just kind of a minor upset. I mean, this could be ill health too. It could be that you've caught the flu or something, but something's going on that it's not so major that you need like everybody's assistance and all the troops have to rally together. It's something relatively minor, okay, that you just need a few days to yourself to get through it, okay? So it could be something like an illness, a minor illness, or it could be just some kind of an emotional event that has just got you a little bit down and you need a couple days, okay? I think that's pretty standard. And I think, again, the way that you deal with this is by withdrawing, by kind of isolating yourself a little bit and recuperating, getting centered, getting grounded, maybe do some meditation, just do some thinking, and just enjoy yourself and take care of yourself for a couple of days. And I think this air sign person, while at the very beginning they may not understand, they may take offense, they may be just kind of a little bit selfish about it, well, they're soon going to kind of wake up a little bit and realize, okay, you need some time. What can I do for you? How can I help? Okay. And that's what I'm seeing here with the progression of these two, from that princess to the prince of that suit of swords. Now, what you have as your focus is this Ace of Cups. This is kind of the goal that you're looking at. And this is a real return to an energized emotional state, right? This could be the return of health. This could be a real restoration of your well-being in general, okay? So emotional health, physical health. So if this is an injury or an illness, maybe a minor cold or something, if this is a little bit of an upset because of something at work, something in your personal life, you're just kind of down. You kind of have this bad mood, this little bit of a funk. And you're really striving to get back to a wholesome, healthy state, right? You're trying to get back to 100%. And that's the focus here with this Ace of Cups. This is like you're trying to bring all of this water energy back to the source, not just to like a stable position where you can function and maintain, but you want to really bring it back to the unity, the origin, right? The spiritual source of this water energy, and that's symbolized by the Ace of Cups. So that's really what you want. You don't just want to get well enough to function. You want to be like restored. You want to be back to 110%. Okay, and I think that's why, again, this part of the reason why we have this Hermit energy, and this Hermit energy is really the first major arcana card that we have today. We have one more at the very, very end of the reading. So we're starting with major, we're ending with major. So this is kind of the two bookends here. The first one being this Hermit energy. I think this is the important thing, is you need to take a couple of days. Whatever's going on, whatever your goals are, plans are, whoever this air sign person is, you need to take a couple of days. Get centered. Whatever is going on is significant enough that you need this Hermit energy for a couple days, right? But I don't think it's so significant that you should maybe do the opposite of the Hermit, right? And rally the troops and go out and conquer this. No, that's why I'm thinking it's something relatively minor. Now, I don't mean to underestimate it or devalue what's going on, because I think it feels significant. It's definitely something that has this Five of Cups vibe to it, right? So it's not a happy thing, but I don't think it's the end of the world either. So we need to kind of keep things in perspective a little bit. Beneath the surface, we have this 10 of Pentacles, right? And this is, the keyword here is wealth. So this could be something business related. It could be that you really now, this week, you have the financial ability to take a few days to yourself, right? You can afford it. You can afford to rest and take care of yourself and regroup, recenter, reground, okay? But I think what this 10 of Pentacles is also symbolizing is this state of restored health, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles is the furthest crystallization, the furthest into manifestation we can get with our physical energy. Okay, so this is as grounded as you're going to get. This is as restored, as wholesome and healthy as you can be. And I think this is your motivation. It's down here beneath everything on the path of the dove. This again is kind of your what you're striving for, and this is kind of how you're going about it. Right, this is kind of the highest ideal, is this spiritual source of love and happiness and joy and pleasure and health and wholeness, right? And then this is kind of what it looks like manifested. This is, your health is at 100%, your motivation, your emotional state is really, you're excited again. And I think that's going to spill over into your relationships, into your business, into every other area of your life. And another reason why at the beginning we said, hey, you need to take a couple of days so that this 5 of Cups energy doesn't spill out into the rest of your relationships, okay? And the rest of the other areas of your life, into your work life, personal life. So we need to restore ourselves, I think. That's the name of the game this week. We've already looked at these court cards. Again, I think it's an air sign person that's very close to you. Could be, it could be your work partner, could be your best friend, could be family members, could be your significant other, romantic partner. Okay, whatever situation you're in, they're going to understand. They may not understand at first, but give it a day or two, they'll come to their senses and realize, okay, you need this time. How can I help? What can I do for you? Okay, and that's very important to have supportive people like that in our lives, So we're going to move on now to the path of the Serpent. I do want to just point out that these cards are always correct. Okay, I don't care who you are, you never pull an incorrect tarot card. That's just not how it works. But sometimes as the interpreter, I might not understand your situation perfectly. So please try to connect directly with these cards. Use your own intuition to go beyond what I'm telling you. Okay. Now your general energy, 7 of Cups. It could be that you are just a little bit exhausted from your life, from your daily activities. Okay. This is a card that's also suggesting to me that it could be you're coming down with a bit of a cold. That you've perhaps been burning the candle at both ends. You've been going too hard with your work, with your life, your activities, your day-to-day. You've been pushing yourself really, really hard. And I think you've kind of, you've worn down either your immune system and you've caught a little cold or the flu or something, or you've worn down your emotions a bit, your brain, and you're more susceptible to these kinds of emotional upsets. So whatever is going on, if it's a health thing or if it's an emotional thing, some incident happened with your coworkers or with your friends, your family, whatever it is, I think you're a little bit more sensitive to it because you've been pushing yourself so hard and you're a little bit run down. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting from the 7 of Cups here. And I think that there is really a quick fix for this, and that's that Hermit energy. Take a couple days, right? Take a break for a minute, and you get right back to it, okay? And speaking of getting right back to it, the rest of the cards here are all fire cards. So over here we had the earth, we had the water, right? Earth and water, passive, slowing down, yielding to the situation, right? Don't try to actively conquer it. Just rest, withdraw, bring it back down. And this 7 of Cups is kind of the transition between all of this water, this passive water energy, and this active fire energy. Because the 7, well, that's all about the fire energy, right? The 7 is all about fire, and it's in the suit of of Cups, the water, right? So we're wearing ourselves down. We're maybe going a little too hard with things, and we're getting a little burned out, so to speak, on the emotional level, on the physical level too. But this is the transition to the fire energy. So what we see next is the Seven of Wands. And this is in the position of your relationships. This is your connection card, okay? So we said at the beginning that without taking this time for yourself, you're liable to let this emotional upset, or if this is a physical thing, it's also affecting your emotions. You know, no one's happy when they're sick. You know what I mean? So this kind of bad mood, this kind of depressive energy that we feel with that Five of Cups has the potential to spill out into our relationships, and this is what the Seven of Wands is about. This is, emotional outbursts, kind of. This is about letting these emotions from this Five of Cups spill out into our relationships through the expression of negative emotions, okay? And I think we're more susceptible to that when we are run down, when we are sick, when we are just not feeling like our optimal selves, okay, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? I think we're a little run down. Now, this is kind of the ideal. This is what we're trying to get back to. But currently we kind of feel like this and like this, not so good. So I think there is the possibility that if you don't embrace this Hermit energy, a lot of this negativity, this depression, this melancholy, this agitation, however you want to describe it, is liable to spill out into these other relationships, primarily with this air sign person. You know, I think it's when we're sick, when we're not feeling well, when we're not at our optimal best, we might have a little bit shorter temper than we usually would. We might be a little bit more sensitive to things, a little bit more prone to these emotional outbursts, right? The expression of these negative emotions. And then also this card is about letting others help you, letting other people come to your aid. And I think that's what this air sign person is going to really try to do. Like I said, at first they may just not understand why you're withdrawing from them or from the situation, from the relationship. But very quickly, I think, within minutes probably, maybe by the next day or later that day or something, they'll come to their senses, right? Kind of literally with the swords here. And they'll offer their assistance to you. So the Seven of Wands is about letting other people assist you and not being so like hard-headed that you refuse any kind of help, right? Because you're strong enough to take care of this yourself. But the Seven of Wands is showing that everybody needs some help sometimes, And especially in the position of your connection, this is showing that you have this connection with this person, I think with this air sign person, but in your life in general, I think you have a lot of supportive people with you that will come to your aid should you need anything, So if this air sign person offers their assistance to you, accept it. It'll be just one way for you to be kind of get back on your feet quicker, And I think that's important not to push people away too much. And I should point out that the Seven of Wands here is ruled by Mars in Leo. So this is like your Leo energy, but in its really almost destructive kind of phase, right? It's almost like it's so hard-headed and hot-headed that it has those outbursts of emotion and rage and negativity. And it also has this attitude like it doesn't need any help, that it can conquer anything on its own with no assistance. It's almost like asking for help is a sign of weakness to the Mars energy, okay? And that's something that you need to be aware of and to let that go a little bit, okay? Because it's not going to help your situation very much this week. Now the next card is an Eight of Wands. So we're really doing the fire thing here, and this is in the position of your concerns and worries, okay? I think some of this is you're worried that things are going to pass you by while you're taking your little hermit break. While you go into the hermit mode for just a day or two, right? Or however long it takes. You're kind of worried that you're going to miss out on so much. That, your life, the world, everything is just going to flash by and you're going to miss out on it. So kind of a little bit of the fear of missing out here. But I think that your life is set up in such a way that it's just always on, always going, going, going. And this card here is symbolizing that. And I think that part of you is worried that if you were to slow down, if you were to take this break, utilize this or recognize the water energy here, take the earth energy, right, that hermit energy, this 10 of Pentacles, take all of that, take the advice from that, right, enter into that kind of earth, that solidifying, grounding, resting kind of earth energy, and then transition the water into this fire energy. If you were to take the time to do that, again, maybe just a day or two, but I think even a day or two, you're going to feel like all of this hard work that you've been doing, all of this momentum, all of this energy, this success, maybe business related, career related, is going to lose its velocity, right? That it's going to slow down, that some way it's going to harm your success or your path that you're on. By slowing down, you're going to stop this energy, right? But this is something to get over because you can't function, you can't keep up this energy, this high intensity, if you're ignoring your physical and emotional well-being, right? If you have some illness, if there is some kind of emotional disturbance going on this week, you're not going to be able to sustain this anyway. So you might as well take the 2 days now to recuperate rather than having this slow down because, if you ignore it, you might have to, temper your energy even more later on or take even more days off later on. So we might as well deal with it now because it might be worse later. Okay. So this is that high intensity energy that we are used to, that we have to slow it down. We've got to really take this earth energy to heart and slow it down. Now, if we can succeed in all of this, the very next card is a wonderful, terrific card, Emperor energy. This is the fire energy that is in perfect control. This is the fiery energy that, has recruited help as it needs to, right? Is able to remain level-headed and very disciplined, very energetic, very strong and commanding and confident, but knows when to yield, knows when to pull back a little bit of that fire energy, knows when to slow down, knows when to speed up, knows how to delegate, and the Emperor knows really that things will function well without them for a day or two because they've set it up that way, because they've done such a precise job in establishing this routine, this business, this flow of energy, that they can take a day or two and things are going to be fine, right? But after all of this Emperor is you getting back into it. This is you at 110% with this control over your emotions, right? You've had this period of restoration, this water-earth restoration, and the fire now is even stronger than it was before. It's more in control, more in command than it ever has been. So this is really you coming back bigger and better and stronger than you were even before this week. Okay, so again, I don't know what it is going on this week, but there's a lot of water and earth over here that needs to be dealt with before we get back to all of this fire. And to me, it does feel like a bit of an illness, a bit of a cold or the flu, something like that. I hope you're okay. I hope it's a very quick recovery. I definitely wish you a very speedy recovery, whatever this water and earth stuff is over here. Okay. And accept the help when it's offered, or seek out the help, medical attention, professional, whatever it is. Make sure you take care of yourself, okay? But let's look at this confirmation card, mystery card, bonus card. I don't know what this could be, honestly. Maybe some Empress energy. Maybe, some more of the earth energy. Let's find out. Okay, it's the Prince, I guess it would be the Prince of Wands, right? This is interesting to me because we've got the Prince of of Swords here, right? And this, I think, is that person that's very close to you. It could be significant other, coworker, business partner, whoever this is, best friend. And then I see that you are then being represented by this Prince, but of the suit of fire, right? The kind of the Leo energy. So we have, I think, you and this other person here. And so the confirmation or the kind of mystery about it all is the relationship with that person. And I think what this is symbolizing is how crucial they're going to be to your recovery. Okay. I know this Hermit energy is about you withdrawing, taking a rest, taking a break, isolating and doing the self-care. I think that this person, whoever this air sign person is going to be really instrumental in getting you back on your feet. Okay. Whoever this person is, they want to take care of you. And I feel like because they're both princes, right? They're both on this air kind of relationship communication level. That they're really going to communicate that to you. And, it depends on how open you are to receiving their assistance, but they're really going to want to take care of you. And I think the cards are indicating that, hey, you need to let them, right? This is what they want. They really do love you and care about you, and they want to see you back on your feet. So this relationship's very important, and I don't think we touched upon that enough, except to say that at the beginning they're going to be a little, confused or a little argumentative about it, or a little bit resistant to you invoking the Hermit energy, right? But it really is an important relationship. So I'm not sure. I almost feel like this is like your best friend in the world, the person that's just absolutely the closest to you. I don't know that it's a romantic thing. It might be, but that's kind of a side issue. That's beside the point, really. There's such a bond and a connection between the two of you that I think they're going to be very instrumental in your week, in getting things going. Maybe they're the ones that are going to kind of keep things flowing, keep this energy going while you are taking your hermit sabbatical kind of thing, right? It could be that they're the ones that are going to keep things going during this hermit phase, but there's a really tight bond there with that person. So I'm happy that you have that in your life, and definitely lean on that person. Definitely lean on them, Anyway, we're going to take a look at some of this in the extended. If you want to check out your extended reading, you can click on the link that is up here in that card, and you can join the channel, become a member. It's a great way to support the channel. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate you all watching this video. I thank you so much for letting me read for you. This was your weekly tarot reading, January 22nd through 28th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.